Hi everyone, my name is Stephen, CX engineer, Uniscale. Today I'm just introducing the project we're going to be working on. It is a petty cache management system. We're going to begin writing documentation for it, the Uniscale way, of course, while trying to highlight the elements I discussed in my previous video as far as what we aim to solve. So I hope everyone enjoys this journey. We're going to begin off as a project manager, writing documentation, or to a systems architect, assigning the various things that have been defined by a project manager into services, into service modeling, where we break down the architecture of the software, of the service we're dealing with, into the actual coding bits. So we're going to build a UI for this project, and hopefully everyone enjoys this. Thank you. Welcome to my channel once again. I hope you have fun. Off to the video.
Hi, my name is Stephen Mukasa. I work with Uniscale. I'm the CX engineer here. And today I am going to build a project using Uniscale. This is a demo project I just want to play around with, but hopefully this can be a learning experience for you all, and basically we're trying to extract any value we can and try to reduce on project management time. So excuse the background noise. I'm at office, so hope that is okay with everyone. So let us begin off. So here we are. I'm going to try and build a project around petty cache. So let me get some sticky notes here and try to build something to just highlight some basic functionality at this stage that I might want from this maybe let me call it petty cache management system. So yep, let me try and set that out, describe the functionalities that might be required of a project like this. This is very simple, so what I'm going to handle first is to set it out to define the type of transactions I'm dealing with, so credit, debits, and try and see whether we can make sure that we can capture these transactions, and in so doing we're capturing maybe the source of income, maybe for let's say for the credits, where the money is coming from, and maybe the items we are spending on. So let's say items spent on for the expenses. This is handling the debits. Yeah, it is maybe some criteria we can consider for something like this. May it be, let me see, yeah, make sure we let's say capture the timestamps involved for these transactions. That is very important. And yeah, and let's see, let's see, yeah, create a statement for it. So this is pretty much the primary function of something you'd want in a petty cache kind of system, and that is what we are trying to set out to build. Now I'm going to get Uniscale in here so that we can do an actual documentation for it. Uniscale at its core is a documentation app, but we try and bridge the gap between the different roles in your company. So so that way will allow the project manager, me in this case, to come in here and define functionality, and in so doing, once I define functionality, what I am setting out myself to do is doing what is to do it the way a project manager would. Right now I'm playing the role of a project manager, so you can see I've set out the project here and I'm going to define the functionality. So what I'm going to do is break it down by module. But this is a very simple application. So the only module in here is just petty cache management. But in the event you're building much bigger applications, they can have bunches of modules and you can build a lot of microservices from it. I'm copying everything I defined and putting it in the description for petty cache management. Set that to full screen, and we're going to describe the functional use cases for this module based off these requirements. So the first functional use case would be the actual capturing of the transaction. This is going to be the example of some sort of form where we shall just input the transactions and they are registered in the system. The second functional use case is maybe to view the actual statement. Those are the two primary functions of this. So basically, functional use case defines the use cases for a module or that you define. So here I can write some product notes for this and maybe define what that statement would entail. But as I mentioned before, you group your project or your solution into modules. If we're dealing with a much bigger application that has authentication, that has all these other stuff involved, chances are an authentication will be in its own module and the different parts of your system will be their own modules, and chances are if it's broken down to microservices, you can have that happening at that stage in those different modules, so that you can track every part and you can document by module. So in case you have bigger teams, you can do that. But this is a really simple application, so I'm doing everything myself. So I define UX flows. These are the UI interfaces or the UI flows involved in setting something up. But this is very simple. It's just viewing the statement, maybe with some summary. I define a service flow. The service flow would basically involve any services on the backend that may serve this UI. In this case, just one endpoint, maybe that will list the transactions. And for capturing, I just need to do to define maybe one UX flow for this, maybe a form that will capture the actual transaction. I can define some acceptance criteria based off what we initially set out to do. Like for example, we're making sure we in this case, let me read here. Know the type of transactions we're dealing with. For example, it has to be either credit or debit. And the other ones would be like, let me say, making sure we capture stuff like in this case it would be the items and the date time of the transactions, and maybe the items as well, as far as the other stuff we mentioned before, making sure that we know it's coming from the income source for the other and the expense and the item of expense for debits. So so essentially, once you define that, I believe that should cover everything we need for something small like this. So as a project manager, at this point I am done with setting up something very simple, and we can you can see the module there. If you had multiple modules, you'd see more of them. And we are happy with what you've done. That marks the end of this section. Thank you.
Hi everyone, hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, subscribe, like, all that, comments, ask questions in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. Have a good one.